Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oblivion. Or what will soon be Oblivion. Maybe. Probably. Potentially. I don't know. We'll see. Allegedly, tomorrow, the 21st of April, is supposed to, allegedly, be the release of the Oblivion Remaster. If this seems a little sudden, and if you've never heard of it before, that's because there is absolutely zero official statements on the project even existing. Aside from it being brought up on a list during Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda, and a more recent leak of the 21st of April from customer support. And I say customer support with air quotes, customer support, because I'm pretty sure this is just AI responding to this person, who basically contacted the support, asking when the remaster would be on the cloud gaming service, and essentially the AI picked the 21st of April and just straight up said that that was the release date planned. Whether or not it's true, I guess we'll see. You may already know if it's true by now, to be honest, because I'm late to the party. Because I don't usually do these kind of news videos, it's very rare. More often than not, I feel like everybody else is talking about this, you don't need me talking about it. I'm not that egotistical that I have to have my opinion out in the wild, because I don't care. But every now and again, I do care. Not about having my opinion out, but about the subject in question. That being, in this case, Bethesda, or Oblivion. Two things that pretty much sum up my early childhood when it comes to RPGs. And yes, I know, Morrowind, the superior RPG. Words. Furious typing on your keyboards. I did play Morrowind very briefly as a child, and I don't care. Fight me. I'm just telling you, that thing has aged like fine milk. But I know Oblivion has its quirks as well, but come on.
This is a thing out of Nightmare. This looks like it's got a giant fucking... not a face, even a mother can tell. I am beautiful.
This is welcome to Morrowind, boys. This is how you do it. I'm dead.
Oh god, why did you die? Why have you failed me? He's dead, don't worry, I killed him.
The point I'm making here is that I'm doing this video purely because Oblivion means a lot to me. Bethesda games mean a lot to me. And I know that's weird coming from the guy that persistently proceeds to, take the piss out of Starfield at every given opportunity because Starfield is shit. And I like making people cry about it. But it comes from a place of love, okay? I hate what Bethesda has become. I love what they used to be. Back in the good old days, before the creation engine became what is essentially a crippled old man with dementia. Todd Howard just keeps poking the geriatric old man with a stick and telling him to dance, bitch. So, Which brings us conveniently back to the topic of the video before I start bullying Starfield too much. Shit game. Yeah. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes, the remaster. And I will now list everything that we allegedly know, air quotes, from the leaks. I can count it all on one hand. Unreal Engine, stamina rework, combat rework, inspired by Dark Souls. Did I say Unreal Engine? That's it, basically. At the very least, if this is actually true, it kind of hints at maybe Bethesda's toying with the idea of finally taking the creation engine out the back and shooting it in the head. Maybe. Maybe they're entertaining the notion. The combat, however, I'm pretty sure Skyrim mods already exist that do pretty much what we are hearing. Reaction-based combat, blocking inspired by Dark Souls or Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. It doesn't sound very Elder Scrolls-y, but honestly the Elder Scrolls combat system is kind of massively outdated, so I'm not really against the notion of that being improved. Whether or not they'll do it is debatable, but I guess we're gonna find out. Maybe. Probably. Potentially. Probably not. I don't know. Well, no, by the time you've watched this video, it's probably already past the 21st, and it's probably, not released. It wouldn't surprise me if it was all complete bullshit and everyone was just hyped for nothing. But I suppose time will tell. And when that time arrives, I will have to make the choice. Am I going to play the remaster, or do I wait instead for the fan-made project of Skyblivion, which seems more true to the original concept of Oblivion, made by dedicated and talented fans of the series rather than a soulless corporation. After all, I'm a modder myself of several games, of which this channel highlights a great many. I am a strong and avid believer, and always have been, that modding is excellent for any video game.
Fascist power fantasy.
Fascist power fantasy.
The Enclave are Trump supporters.
You can't expect God to do all the work.
And the only reason that any company would ever have a problem with it is pure unadulterated greed, because they'd rather you pay for extra content than get it for free. Often at better quality than the developers themselves provide. After all, every Bethesda title has a long and storied history of basically being kept alive on life support by the modding community. Bethesda releases a broken piece of shit, but don't worry, the fans will fix it. A ludicrous case of crippling copium that has basically allowed Bethesda to release garbage for the last couple of years, because, everyone will love their games regardless of anything that they do. Except for me. I will bully them relentlessly, out of love. I'm not going to give you a participation trophy like everybody else does, Todd, I expect quality from my video games, and you haven't delivered quality in fucking years, Todd. I'm not mad, Todd. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. But really, that aside, we know next to nothing about the remaster. We know it's the Unreal Engine, we know that it has a pissed-coloured filter over it, and we know that they have desexualized these things. But other than that, we don't really know much. Though, actually, come to think of it, just on the spot, it does make me concerned about the future and potential fate of my scantily clad Sheogorath guards. You know the ones, the Dark Seducers and the Golden Saints. You know, the ones in the scantily clad bikini armor. Yeah, those ones. I'm now actually kind of concerned that they might ruin that. You stay away from my scantily clad elves, Bethesda. Stay away from them. It does genuinely raise the question of how limited modding of this is going to be. Will I or will I not be able to mod bikini armors back into the game? Will I be able to do that, Bethesda? These are the important questions that I want answered by the time I upload this video. Let's just download this. Like, look. Yeah, let's... Why do they have advertising in what the fuck? What the fuck? Why? Why? What the... I mean, I knew it was going to be here, but I didn't expect quite this, yeah.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
Okay, maybe there's a case to be made for why some modders should be probably rounded up and shot, or at least have their hard drives checked. It's the 1%, boys. Leave me alone. I mod for the art, okay? For the art.
Why is there a naked... There's a naked woman in this tower. What mods have I installed? What the fuck? What mod is this? You're so lucky that I respect women, or you will be in trouble. Wink. Who wrote this? Who the fuck wrote this? I should not have installed various random collections. Definitely should not have done that.
But that aside, there is something to be said how Skyblivion is going to be infinitely more free to mod and add things to than the remaster most likely is.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I also do question, like, how the remaster is going to handle the look and appearance of the characters, what exactly it's going to change, how far those changes are going to go.
Bringing this whore with me on the adventure because she has huge potential. Huge potential, yes.
A prison cell is better than you deserve, mortal scum.
It's just a thing of, like, we know so little about the remaster, but we know so much about Skyblivion. It looks genuinely beautiful. The landscapes and the additional stuff added to areas that were otherwise underdeveloped is some genuinely exceptional work. Skyblivion isn't just slapping some new graphics in and calling it a day. They're renewing the world, improving on areas and adding new content, and really seeming to breathe new life into the old game. And I don't know how much of the remaster is going to be like that. I guess it really depends how much work they've put in and what their goals were. And ultimately whether or not they've gone in one direction or the other. Are they doing a quick cash grab? Just slapping Oblivion into Unreal Engine and calling it a day? Is it going to be a buggy, disastrous mess? Potentially not, because it's not actually Bethesda making it, that's a third-party company. Or is it something that they have been secretly working on and are really passionate about? Skyblivion, for example, has redone entire dungeons that were otherwise bland and fairly fucking copy and pasty. They've revamped everything in that regard. Areas that were empty are no longer empty. They have new points of interest, new ways to make the world feel alive. Has the remaster done that, or have they left the empty places empty? All of this remains to be seen, because we know fucking nothing about any of it. So hopefully tomorrow sheds some light on exactly what this remaster is going to be. I'd love to live in a world where we have an excellent remaster with new and improved features, in a new engine with new mechanics and new combat, and then also down the road get to play Skyblivion, which is truer to the original experience, and actually have two excellent options on my hands that I can play both, because I will play both at the end of the day. The title is a bit bait, so to speak, because I intend to play both. And I think they can both easily coexist. There's no need for them to fight to the death. There can be only one. No, there can be two. I think these are going to be two entirely different beasts, so to speak. I wager the remaster's vision is going to be a lot smaller scale than the likes of Skyblivion. Plus, you always got to look at it from a perspective of the console fanboys, you know, the lesser race. If you don't own a PC, you're never playing Skyblivion. That thing is never going to run on consoles. It just isn't. So, yeah, the remaster is the only chance you'll ever get. If you are a console player, and only strictly a console player, then yeah, the remaster is for you. Congratulations. Get off your ass, go get a job, buy yourself a computer, and join me in the promised land. You despicable peasant. Anyway, where was I? The too long didn't read here, ladies and gentlemen, and the conclusion, if you will, is, yeah, I'll play both. Unless all of this is just some elaborate AI conspiracy thing, and it's just the biggest fucking troll that's ever happened. It's all AI generated, it's all complete bullshit, and everyone is in on it. It's just a big fucking conspiracy theory, and it's not real. It's just not real. We've all been fucking pranked. But I don't think it is. We'll see it. I don't know when it will be exactly, but we will absolutely see the Oblivion Remaster. I have very little doubts about that. It's just a matter of when exactly. I just wanted to make this video to rant about one of my favorite games of all time actually getting a load of love lately, which is great to see. Finally, once again, Bethesda is doing something that I can actually sink my teeth into and not hate, hopefully. Even if, once again, as per Bethesda tradition, it takes a completely different studio to take their IP and actually do something good with it. New Vegas. So yeah, without further ado, I hope the video was entertaining for some of you. I tried to make it funny whenever I do these kind of things. Because I have no desire whatsoever to be one of those YouTube channels that does about 50 videos that are, say, half an hour long with like 5 minutes of content, repeating the same fucking topic over and over again just to milk views. That's not me. You'll get one video or two of me taking the piss out of something, and then I'll move on with my life. Unless it's Starfield, in which case it will be a running joke on the channel for the rest of my fucking life. Fuck Starfield. Fuck you, Todd. That's all for now. It's all out. I'll see you guys, hopefully in Cyrodiil at some point.